And I can start it right away.
Yeah.
Yay! Free food, the 5th.
I heard they're making us join the patrol soon.
All the free
The
food.
search must be going
Delicious as
badly.
usual.
How many times do you had free food now?
This month,
Yeah.
5. But then that is. I've also essentially been having free lunch for the past couple of days since Wednesday.
Undeniably regal
Great.
in her
Because my mum came down and I needed to buy some bread and stuff to put on said bread.
That blinds us,
Um,
and the void
But you
that
eat stuff on your
contains
bread?
us.
No.
Yeah.
Praise be.
But she was also
On the
hungry,
corner
so,
of the painting
you know,
is a
we went to
small
the store
symbol you can't quite
also to
place.
buy some cakes so we could have coffee and cake. And she paid for everything, so all the free food.
Hey.
Which is great, because I spent way too much money and stuff, my god. Just went and checked my bank today. I have 2,000 for the rest of the month.
Oh, boo-hoo. With
Yes.
the prices you have, that's not that bad.
No,
You take a
like,
moment to fully
if I spend
appreciate your
500
masterpiece.
a week,
She certainly looks a little
I-
less
I've been
regal
living very
now.
well.
A wretched display.
Yeah.
I thought you better than such juvenile
Now,
antics.
on that note, Berserker, of money,
Yes.
you just said that you had 2,000 for the rest of the month,
Yep.
right?
Is this?
If I don't want to draw on any of my savings,
I need to get rid of it before the Inquisitor sees.
I have a grand total of 300.
Yeah, that's not great.
No, it's not.
And it's
I'm
especially
saying
not,
this-
it's especially not great with Norway prices.
Yeah, now I'm saying this because I am getting money soon, like next week.
Soon TM or definite soon?
No, I'm getting money next week because I get every other week. But because how my rent is,
Yeah.
and I'm getting a 50-50 every other week.
Yeah.
That's not enough to cover the rent on one of those.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to use the entirety of the one I get next and the rest of what I have now, and then I sit with 300 that I can actually use,
Yeah.
just so I can cover my rent.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you
And that
like
is
to
if I
know?
don't get the extra money that that I've been trying to get from the house bank.
See, budgeting is all well and fine, but when you have a sufficiently tight budget,
Nah, we're having fun.
just falling a little bit behind means you will keep being behind, which fucking sucks.
Yeah, why do you think I'm, making sure that I can pay my fucking rent?
Yep.
Because if I pay my rent, I'm ahead.
Yeah, well, not
I am.
really, but yeah.
Fine.
I am ahead
you're
because
going
then
to
I
be
know
a
how
big
much I can
baby
actually spend
about
for
it.
food and everything
A big,
else.
ugly baby.
The moment I paid my rent, I know what I
Open it up
have.
then. It's all
Yeah,
yours.
but if you were truly ahead, the money you got on the previous payment would cover what you need for spending on food and shit.
Well, why do you think I went to Sweden, you dum dum?
Yeah, that is a fair point. You do have food for quite a while.
I have food for the entire month in my freezer, so
Pigs
you know,
are fight.
I have the 300 that I
Consequences
can
are
spend
hardly
if there's something I
surprising.
need urgently.
Yeah,
Or, shit happens, which
yeah.
it often does. You know how it is.
300 still isn't a lot for that, though.
So, but then again, I also have a few thousand in my savings that I can use in an emergency.
Yeah.
That or I'll scream, Grandma, help, I'm screwed.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm happy that I have I actually have a bit of a double buffer at this point because I put more money into my budgeting account, which is the one that all the bills and rent and all that sort of shit goes out of.
Yeah, I have another buffer that you haven't thought about.
That I actually, you know, there's more money going into that account. Not a lot, but a little bit more money going into that account than I actually need on it every month.
Yeah,
and
that's fair.
then there's my savings, which is like I got 1,000 going in on that account every start of month period. And then I generally add whatever I have left over from the previous month as well.
Fair enough. Do you want the? I'm gonna give you a very quick rundown of the way I've budgeted. I have 300 if I put 500 into my savings.
Yeah.
So I have 300 that I can use that I don't care about, quote unquote.
Yeah.
I know I can pay everything. That's the important part.
Yeah.
And here's another thing. I have a hidden buffer. The amount of hours I fucking worked for my landlord.
Yeah.
Which is a great thing. I enjoy working for him. But I have 93 hours there.
Yeah.
You can times that with 150 and you can do the math.
Yeah. See, I don't have that buffer.
No, but I do. And I have, 3 months rent on my savings.
But I do have the buffer of if I can't afford food, I just go grandparents.
Yeah, I also kind of have a buffer.
I'm out of food.
Help. Yeah, like if it's an emergency, I'm pretty sure my grandma would offer up a loaf of bread, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I don't think that's gonna be a problem, but like I said, I have 4.5 kilograms of chicken nuggets alone.
Actually, how many loaves of beer bread could I make? Just the things I have in my kitchen currently. I think the first thing I'd run out of is flour.
Yeah, I do have a bunch of other things that I could make food if I wanted to. The only thing I'm not gonna have is milk if I wanted to make anything with milk in it.
Nico, I have like 1.5 kilos of flour, and the first thing I'm gonna run out of if I just, have to resort to making nothing but beer bread is the flour.
Do you know what I also have?
What?
18 kilograms of rice.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about it. I have food. Food rant. Let's go.
I
Hell
also
yeah.
have like 6 cans of beans.
Beans.
The government went out and said, make sure you have so you can by yourself for 3 days. And that is no water, no power, no heating, no ability to go to the shops for 3 days.
So in my case, I have enough soda to keep myself going for 1.5 months alone.
Yeah, I've got the last bottle in the fridge right now.
Yeah, I have a few, sitting there.
But I have 4 liters of water. Could probably have 6, but
Definitely.
I
have some water as well.
I got 4 packs of it's not quite a Murray, but basically pasta. 2 packs of mac and cheese essentially, and 2 packs of pasta with mushrooms that literally just needs water and boiling. And I got charcoals. My grandparents got me a bunch of firewood, and I got a cast iron pot, so I'm good there. And then I have the 6 cans of beans as well, just in case.
Yeah, I have a gas burner, a travel-sized gas burner, and there's some things to go with it, so I can make food. That's not a problem. Besides, I do have a 1.5 pack of crisp bread, as it's directly translated with Google.
Well,
Yep, indeed. which is the type of thing that doesn't exactly go bad quickly.
It takes a long time to go bad, yeah. Because there's basically
Yeah,
zero fucking water content in it.
Yeah, and you see in my dry cabinet, it's quite dry
Yeah.
somehow, even though it's right above my washing machine, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
Now, I found one that had like 4 left in it that was crumpled in the back of it, like back of the cabinet. I checked it. It was bought in 2016,
Yep.
which means I've had that while living in 3 different places,
Great.
and it's still fine.
Yeah.
It's about as dry as it was when I got it.
Yeah.
I was like looking at it, look, how are you still edible? The fuck? How? What?
I actually had a moment of doing that just today. Because I was in my my cupboards and I think about a month by now ago, I did pizza bread with tuna.
Oh yeah.
And the pack of bread I bought had 4 great big fat ones that weren't very suitable to, you know, do pizza bread and put stuff in them.
Fair enough.
We ate the 2, I think. I had 2 left. I think there was 4 in the pack. And it's been open in there like a month. And I grabbed it and I was like, how the hell have you not gone absolutely fucking moldy yet?
Magic.
Magic. And then I
Oh,
threw it out.
I had a moment of this with some hamburger bread I bought in Sweden as well. It's like
Yeah.
I don't throw it out unless it looks moldy or is gone hard.
Yeah.
And I'm checking it every time I open that bloody cabinet, which is, you know, once or twice a week, and I like squish it. No, it's fine. Look at it. It's fine. How? How are you still fine?
Yeah.
It's so long since I put you in there.
To be
The
fair,
hell?
I generally don't throw out bread either.
Yeah, I only throw it out if it's gone green. Or,
Yeah.
you know, as hard as rock. If it's only a little bit hard, and I generally just make toast with it or
I
something.
mean, I don't care about the color. If it's gone fuzzy, I throw it out.
Yeah, that's, you know... In my book, it's already gone green. If it's starting to, you know, get hairy,
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I mean, it can be white in the beginning, but yeah.
Yeah, no, it's... if it's hairy, it's green.
But yes,
I-
my point was, like, I have enough that I can make do for 3 days. I can also go on one hell of a fucking bender because I have more alcohol than I drink in a decade.
So those 3 days can go really quick if you wanted to.
Yes. But,
What you're saying.
but, my grandparents that live 6 kilometers away, so, you know, that's within walking distance if you absolutely have to.
Absolutely. Yeah?
Well, not absolutely have to. It's within walking distance if you feel like it. Well, but no, within walking distance, you can walk.
What I meant, like,
without-
it's absolutely within walking
Yeah.
distance, because I walk that regularly.
Yeah. And I got my scooter, which is generally fully charged.
If something's gone wrong.
Well, you know, when I go to archery, I need fucking 70% battery to get there and back. So, yeah.
Exactly.
But it also only takes like 5 to 7% to get out there on it. And let's just say that they've just basically opened a cafe for this week because the town I live near has a bit of a mini festival kind of deal going on this week every year.
Fair enough.
Which is free of charge. And being the people that they are, they were like, you know what? my stepnan is on holiday currently, and it was just like, you know what, we're gonna be doing food Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You guys just come over if you want to.
Great. We'll be doing food. That's perfect.
And they have been well generous with drinks as well. But like they bought 9 liters of wine.
You know,
for
I would
the
say
week.
that sounds. I will say that that sounds like a lot. But then I remember my grandmother's wedding.
Yeah, I mean that all got drunk and a few other bottles and they still have more than a fucking 100 bottles of wine. Like they still struggle having room enough in their wine fridge for all their wine. My stepnan mentioned today that she found 6 bottles of wine in a cupboard that she'd forgotten about. Like they have enough for like 20 people for a week.
Yeah. Now somehow the amount of alcohol that was on my grandmother's wedding somehow got, quite a lot of got drunk. Obviously not all of it, because if all of it disappeared, nobody would have been alive afterwards.
Yeah.
That's just how insane it was.
Yeah.
But like, was it 10 kegs of beer?
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Just gone. And it was not just what is it? I think it was like 10 to 15 boxes of wine, and those are 3 liter each.
Yep.
Then a shit ton of spirits and stuff. The Baileys wasn't touched that much though, but he bought an entire case of it, which is 12. I got one though to take home.
Yeah.
But yeah, he probably was 10 cases total, varying
Yeah.
spirits. They expected a lot of Baileys to go just with coffee and stuff, but nobody really touched it or asked.
Yeah. I think it's one of the things that get drunk the most at my family gatherings, at least on my mum's side.
Yeah, which is understandable.
Of the harder stuff, at least.
Enough to be wasted.
Baileys harder stuff.
I mean, I don't actually know what the alcohol percentage is in it, but
I can buy it at an age of 18 in Norway, which means it's less than 20%.
yeah,
It's a hot wine is what it goes under here, or liquor.
yeah, well, whatever. But the absolute maniacs they are over there, because I was over there again today. And my stepman was like, we should ask your sister if they want to come down here on Saturday. And I was like, well, that weekend is her birthday, so she might be doing her birthday on Saturday. Then she was like, well, we can ask anyway. They can just do, she can just do her birthday down here. We can throw it for her.
Hell yeah.
I think she's a bit bored, not going to work.
Did she recently retire or something?
No, she's just got 4 weeks holiday and she's
Ah.
halfway through now.
I see. Like, I have nothing to do. Ah.
I mean, my granddad has retired, what, 3 or 4 times now, and he's back at working again.
What the hell are they made of?
What path lies before me?
Oh. Yeah, my granddad complains a lot about being old and everything hurting and being grumpy and all that, and I'm just like, yeah, well, as long as you go out to the fucking forest to cut up your own firewood, like, he literally just orders firewood from a local forestry and just goes, you don't have to cut it up, I'll do that myself. Saves him a bit of money as well. But he's fucking 71. And he goes out and does that.
Like, oh, everything hurts. Gee, I wonder why.
I'm just like, you can't complain about being old as long as you can do that.
Yeah, no, that's...
And when he complains about my stepdad being bossy, I'm just like, well, you chose it yourself.
Yeah, that's on you.
Yeah. They're lovely people, though.
It sounds like it.
Without delay.
Anyway,
No, I can understand where you get it from. It seems to run in the family.
Yeah. Now, in entirely different news, I don't know if you've heard or seen, someone supposedly tried to assassinate Trump last night.
No,
now,
I didn't see, and I haven't heard, but it doesn't surprise me even a little bit.
now this isn't gonna end up being all about politics, but there is a lot of details about all this that doesn't match up. One of them being that the fucking name that the police has released on the supposed suspect doesn't look at all like the corpse of the suspect, and the name is of someone who's still alive.
Falters. Nothing can be found to hold against.
Yeah, that's nothing. That's not the first time something like this has happened, is it?
No, but you know, that's also not really a great start for claiming that someone tried to assassinate Trump. The next odd thing is that the shooter has supposedly been like 120, 150 meters away, prone, with an AR-15.
I am a child of gift.
And he missed?
And he missed.
Am I not due your
Ow.
respect?
Like,
Perhaps. Perhaps not.
oh yeah, it's also supposedly a 20-year-old guy. I went in the military for basic training when I was 20. First time we were shooting, we were prone at 150 meters. It's pretty much impossible to fucking miss at that range.
As long as your, sights are on target at all, you won't miss.
Yeah. Like, it is so close that the bullet barely fucking drops from the aim point. That's a tiny little bit, but we are talking millimeters.
Yeah, 5.56 from an AR-15. Unless it's the, super short barrel version of it, it won't drop. Like, it won't drop at 150 meters at anything that's remotely noticeable.
I don't know what kind of model he was using, because, US media just release a AR-15 style rifle.
Yeah, so it could also be an AK, as far as they're concerned.
For some of them, yeah. But it has probably been an AR something or other, because, that is a massively popular rifle over there.
I just find it funny when the AR-15 style, it could be 5.56, 7.62, 308 Magnum, 50 Beowulf, could be all the things.
Yep. But yes.
Alright, Stockholm as well.
But yes, more details that make it all look even weirder. Supposedly multiple shots at Trump. One grazed his ear.
Well, whatever
the media says pierced his ear.
Excuse me, are they trying to remake the Hitman movie?
Well,
now go.
A 5.56 hitting an ear is going to take out a chunk. Unless it goes so close by that it, so barely hits that it just kind of moves the ear, because, the ear's kind of floppy.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it's not using, 5.56 APDS AP or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, discarding Sabo at all, which would make it into, a 22 long rifle or something.
That would be very interesting.
I mean,
Nothing
50
illicit
cal has
can be
done it.
found.
Slap rounds.
The accusation.
Yeah, but 50 cal's quite a bit bigger than a 5.56.
Yeah, my point
Must
is
you
that if he,
bother me?
it pierced his ear, they must have done something like that.
Well, no,
Tell
because, you
How long
know,
have you been infected?
most 5.56 ammo isn't really made to,
Fascinating.
shall we say, do internal
conscious of
damage
your
like that.
infection.
It's generally meant to keep going.
Oh yeah, I'm totally. I agree with that. If it just pierced his hair, then remove a piece of it,
Yeah,
which is more likely.
exactly. And from the pictures, like, it really doesn't look like he's been hit at all.
No, and that's what I mean. Like, if it actually just pierced his hair, it must have been some subcaliber bullshit.
And the amount of blood just doesn't correlate with how intact his ear looks.
Yeah, once again, I'm getting like Hitman movie vibes here, where they faked his death and had the double. Just in this case, he forgot about the death and double part.
Yeah,
He just fucked up.
it sounds more and more staged now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It also took quite a while for, the Secret Service agents that are literally trained to throw themselves over the president to shield him from incoming fire to actually react.
Very well.
Maybe they didn't want to. I wouldn't.
I mean, I don't blame you, but, it's literally their job.
Yeah, but
And also, you don't get in the Secret Service unless you're a absolute American #1 crazy patriot.
Pockmarked metal. It waits for something.
well, say hello Russians from the 1970s, being in the Secret Service,
Oh, yeah.
so they could keep eye on the Russians.
But, what are the odds that the entire fucking 15-man detail are all Russians? Actually, it's Trump. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
But I also messaged Wombat about it, and he mentioned that one of the people standing in the background didn't even flinch when the shooting started.
I mean, if it was from New York, fair enough, or Detroit.
They were in Pennsylvania, but I mean, yeah.
Yeah, if it was in New York or Detroit, then I kind of would understand them not flinching, because it's just that regular. But
Yeah.
no,
Then we go on to the next thing. After the Secret Service took forever to react, and that they were cleared to start moving, Trump then immediately kind of just stands there for a solid 30 seconds, shaking his fist and being like, "Look at me, I'm strong, I survived, blah blah blah," while presenting quite a nice target with his big ass orange head.
yeah.
And making sure there's a bit of blood on his face so you can see it from the front and all that. And supposedly, again, when he actually got escorted down to the fucking car he was supposed to get in, turns around and does it again.
Of course.
That doesn't really sound like there was an actual real threat, now does it?
Yeah.
And we're not done yet. It gets even better.
What madness is this? The Zathis nearly
But-
destroyed me.
Hang on a
I am
minute.
Githyanki. I will not be gay.
He's not president yet, is he?
No.
No. Maybe that's why the Secret Service was so slow, because he's technically not president yet.
No, but it's fucking weird over there. If you have been
I know.
president, you have the same fucking, almost the same level of protection as the actual president, because you got state secrets anyway.
Yeah, that's true. Honestly, if I could, squeeze state secrets out of the president, I'm not sure I want to know. Like, what's actually going on in the Oval Office?
Nico, the thing is, I had to go find it in the conversation with Wombat, because it gets even better. there is, or there was, a guy on location who claims to have pointed out the actual fucking shooter to the police on site
I kept
before
my
the
faith,
shooting happened,
yet
and the
Zaithis
police
might
ignoring
have
him.
Killed me. The Gustil tampered with it.
Great.
Traitor.
Yeah.
Still, this must be why the Inquisitors
So,
come.
like, you know, there's something going on here.
Yeah.
And actually, Embla is in a Discord group all about,
Blackith
you
has
know,
taught us of a Sharlak.
digging into shit like
Traitors
that.
hunted, slaughtered,
Also turns
and
out the
erased from
supposed
our
shooter
histories.
is a
Few would
Republican,
dare
so,
dishonor
you
their
know,
queen.
you would probably have voted for
Fewer
Trump.
Still would be so brazen.
Why would he want to shoot
Now
Trump?
hurry. We must go to the Chirai and inform him of the doctor's
Honestly, when it comes to
condition.
who's Republican, Democratic, blah 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 down there, I'm not entirely sure they know who themselves are, even though they voted from each whatever side, because if it doesn't fit them there and then, they hate it. I mean, look at the
Well-
gun, some of the anti-gun activists. They don't even know what the fucking gun is.
Yeah, but, you know, there's a very, shall we say, party-loyal tendency, regardless of policy.
I guess.
Like,
I'd expect to see
Bombad,
15 eggs
again,
at
not
the
to make
very
this about
least.
politics, but he has admitted that he voted Trump because it's the lesser of two evils.
Is there only two to vote for, though? That's my question. Have they looked at the other options?
I mean, there is, but there isn't. Like, yes, there are others to vote for, but they
Yeah, but that's
account
that's
for
be-
they
that's
account for a
because-
total of like 1% of the votes.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. They won't go over 1% if nobody votes for them. God damn it!
Yeah.
That's the problem. Like, nobody's gonna vote. So why should I vote?
I mean,
That's the problem.
the fucking US system is bipartisan, and then there is like basically independent people who run outside of one or the other party.
Yeah, the biggest problem is it's the election is more about who can spend the most amount of money to make a show, more so than actually having politics. For fuck's sake.
Who has the most big companies to throw money at them so they can in return get tax exemptions and shit?
It's just like that one sporting thing. I don't remember if it was the NFL or what the hell it was. Donated $100,000 to charity, and then they used $10 million in marketing it afterwards.
I mean, I've started saying that the US is a corporatocracy in disguise.
Yeah, the US is bullshit. That's what it is.
It's not a democracy anymore. It's the fucking corporations that run the country.
Yeah, it has been for a while, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And not to make this, go straight into conspiracy, but how much of it is actually run by the underground?
Well, you know, the underground is also run by the corporations.
Yeah, or the other way around. Somebody from the underground made the corporations a lot of the time by doing some shady business to begin with.
Yeah,
I mean, look at Google. How much bullshit and shady stuff haven't they done?
yeah.
There's no way somebody with a clean conscience could have done that with,
Yeah. It's all quite the grey mire of morality, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not good.
It really is. They're supposed to be the world leaders. But,
Yeah. I mean, just look at Norway and it's the underground bullshit. Like, what if a quarter of the country is run by technically the mafia?
Here.
Half of it is, yeah.
No. It's actually quite a small presence. But, like, everything illegal, like, everything underground, is basically run by Hell's Angels.
Well, yeah.
And they're quite professional about it, because they're like, We don't do business where innocent people can get in the crossfire. We keep it, you know, underground.
Yeah, and hey, that's the thing with all the biker gangs that does that up here. Yes, they keep it clean, they keep it professional, and don't get innocents into, you know, the fire. That's fair.
Like,
That's not what I'm talking about.
back, what, 15 years ago when... What the fuck were they called? I can't fucking remember. All the gangs that all the Middle Eastern immigrants tended to join started doing gang wars in the open street. Let's just say Hell's Angels made sure to put a stop to that.
Yeah, like Hell Angels around in Norway aren't, you know, the crazy bastards that are over in the States, but when they do business, if somebody in the club does business without the well, outside of the not frame, that's not the correct word.
But yeah,
Boundary.
if they act out of place, they
They're not just out of place, but if they do things outside of the border well, lines that they have put, they get put in place real quick.
and very hard, and
some of these people who
quite
want
privately.
and some of the people who want to like get into the club, they have a few years of being in basically an intern, so to say.
Yeah.
They have that on their jacket, but some of them, you know, are I'm in a bike gang now, so they're gonna be starting, you know, fights and stuff in the town, expecting to have the club backing them up. No,
Nope.
you started this. You deal with it.
Yep. And when you're done dealing with it, you're also gonna get punished by us for starting shit with someone you shouldn't start shit with.
Yeah, it depends on who he started shit with and what severity, though, on that part. Sometimes the fact that they get smashed to pieces by the random people in town might be enough, because they won't do that again.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Like, for the most part, crime is done quite clean.
Yeah.
Well,
like,
organized crime is done quite clean.
yeah, which means it's well, some of it is cleaner for the people around more so than the actual companies. So you know,
Yeah.
that which is something I find hilarious. How can a crime enterprise have better morality than, you know, a big company?
Then it's top 500, well, Fortune 500 company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, take the people who make drugs. I'm not thinking cocaine. I'm thinking, you know, paracetamol,
Yeah.
medical drugs.
Or,
The people running those companies, there's no way in fucking hell they're having a clean conscience, but by charging, what, 100 times the production price of something just because people needed to survive.
Yeah. I mean,
Especially
paracetamol is probably a bad example of that because, you know, that's
The
not really
companies
something...
the company who makes a shit ton of other things,
Yes.
which
But-
is my point. I was more just making sure that we were on the same page. That we're not talking cocaine. We're talking
that's
medical.
pharmaceuticals.
Thank you. That's the word.
But you probably chose one of the worst pharmaceuticals as your example.
Yeah, but it is a pharmaceutical, so it's within the
It
same
is.
realm. God damn it.
But yeah, you know, Novo
Take
Nordisk.
insulin, for instance.
Yeah.
People need that to
That-
survive.
that was-
Actually need it to survive.
That was exactly where I was going with, you know, Novo.
Yeah, so insulin
World's
is
primary producer of insulin for medical purposes. They make billions. They're about to build like another full-size fucking factory city in Denmark.
yeah.
They make bank. Do they have any interest in, you know, finding a more permanent solution than just injecting people with insulin? No, because that's their entire business.
Yeah, but you know, like in the States, they don't have to charge 150 for 1 week worth.
No.
whatever it is.
I did
Like-
actually also see an American pharmacist that talked about like his standard sale price for a specific drug might be $4. And then when someone comes in with a prescription through a health insurance, they gotta pay 10.
Yep.
And then they immediately take 6 of those and just put straight into their pocket. And the pharmacist gets the exact same amount of money as
Yep.
he would without the prescription. And that is why a fucking nationalized
Times.
basic healthcare system is fucking amazing. Because, you know, there is still health insurance companies, but they can't screw you over on meds at least.
Yeah, health insurance is a bit different here. It's yeah.
It generally covers optional surgeries.
Yeah, or if if I get hurt outside of the country or the EU for that matter.
Yeah, that is true, but that is generally covered by other insurances as well.
Yeah, it depends on what insurances you have, but if you have some life insurance / medical or whatever insurance to
And actually, different note, within the EU, that doesn't even apply, at least not for Denmark, because ours covers
that's why I said
treatment.
outside the EU. That meant
Fair enough, I didn't hear that. But yeah, that covers treatment and the trip back home within the EU.
I think I said it at least. If I didn't, then my bad. But I meant outside the EU because I know you get it covered inside the
Now
EU.
it just cut out
If you're an
entirely.
EU,
What the hell happened there?
I don't know. I know that it gets covered inside the EU if you're an EU country, but Norway technically isn't.
Technically isn't, but gets all the downsides anyway.
Yep, and none of the fucking benefits because yay! Thank you, government, for not listening and doing 2 votes and everybody said no. Fuck off.
Yeah. I mean, it's not entirely true. You do have better fishing rights than you would otherwise, but that's really about it.
Yeah, but it doesn't actually benefit us that much, though.
No, it really doesn't.
Like, it makes, for us, very, 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 very little difference. And for the individual person, you don't notice it.
You can take over the
good
UK's
parts.
place in the EU.
No, I don't want to be part of the EU.
Why not?
The only single thing that I want from the EU is the tax exemption when you're getting something into the country.
Yeah.
Which we should already have, because we were in the trade deal, but for some fucking reason, we don't.
Yep.
Why?
You got it when it's going out of the country, though.
Yeah, but that doesn't fucking help us now, does it?
Well, it helps the companies make more money because they can sell stuff cheaper to the EU.
Yeah, which is hilarious, because I can buy Norwegian chocolate cheaper in Sweden
Yep.
because of that.
Yep.
It's so stupid.
Corporations guiding politics, isn't it great?
No, it really isn't. Like, people who have companies in any way or form, or even own a single share in a company that doesn't exist anymore, shouldn't be allowed to do decisions on this stuff. Seriously.
No.
Fuck off.
And with that, let's end it there.
Yeah, fucking
Because
Grr.
the Acolyte has once again been so fucking disappointing that I don't even really want to talk about it. So thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll see you in the next one.
Yes, rant.